welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah Michelle. I love to talk thrifting, sustainable swaps, and make a bunch of random shit with the things I thrift. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure to hit that follow and subscribe button. If you are here for a second time, thanks so much. I'm really excited to do this video today. Today we are at the Goodwill bins. We are going to do some of my top tips for when you're shopping at the Goodwill bins, because I know it's not a place that a lot of people actually frequent as often as traditional thrift stores, and I know it gets a little overwhelming when you're deciding if you want to make a trip. So I just wanted to share some of my favorite tips on how I do it in the least stressful way and most successful way to find some amazing thrift finds. So as a reminder, the bins are where it's basically like their last chance to get bought. It is where everything in a traditional thrift store, where it's all hung up on the racks on a hanger for the most part, once it's been on the floor for a certain amount of time, it actually gets taken to a place like the bins, and if it doesn't leave here, it goes to be scrapped or hopefully recycled in the most useful way possible. But a lot of the times this could end up in the landfill, so that's what we're here doing. I love coming to the bins because, again, you get to give new life to something that may just be ending up in the trash. There's always inventory at the thrift store, and that means that a lot of things actually get missed and they end up here at the bins. So you can have some really awesome scores at really awesome prices, and again, you're saving it from going to the trash, and that's really awesome because it's like a win-win-win-win-win-win-win, right? So I'm really excited to film this for you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Grab your mask and let's go. Okay, jumping right into it, my number one tip is to bring gloves. The bins, they just dump everything into them, so often things are broken, there can be sharp pieces. I've picked up wet things before. Overall, the gloves will just keep you feeling safe and clean for the most part. The bins are not gross. I mean, as you can see that there are like dust and things, but nothing more than like your local bar, basically. So bring gloves, you'll be fine. It'll keep you from touching any of those icky things and just make you feel so much better at the end of the day. On to my next tip. The bins are basically organized by category. So as you can see, these are a whole bunch of shoes. So if you're really looking to narrow down your trip, just look for the bins with the items that you're looking for in it. Whenever I find maybe like one pair and I'm not finding the matching pair, then I'll sneak around and look nearby in the other bins. But there's plenty of bins with like strictly just kids' toys that I end up passing over because for the most part, I don't find anything in there. But you never know. People are picking through and do move items throughout the day. So it's just another tip to help you fast track one of your trips if you do go to the bins. We interrupt these bins tips to bring you a pair of shoes that I cannot decide whether or not they're worth it. They are not my size. I'm not sure if they're worth reselling because it looks like somebody doodled on them, but they did a good job. Okay, now this next tip I'm still clearly working on, but at the bins, I definitely think it's a lot more fast-paced, so you really have to have this mentality of like it or leave it. If you like it, put it in your cart. We'll come back to it later at the end when you'll go through everything. If you're not sure if you even like it, leave it and move on, because people move really fast at the bins, and I definitely see other people, like I guess more serious resellers, grabbing armfuls of product, putting it in their cart, and then taking their time going through it, which personally, I try not to do something like that. I really try to only take things I think I'm interested in, and then at the end, I go through, I check for any damages, I do my more thorough look through, make sure that things are kind of fitting the way that I thought that they were supposed to, but I definitely am working on this. I'm not super fast, as you can see. I like to think about things in the moment, take a second, but it's definitely something at the bins you got to be a little quick. So also, I'm not sure if this is only at my bins or if this is a COVID only procedure, but right now they make us get out of the store whenever they switch over the bins, so that also creates more of a timed experience. Okay, now I didn't get great footage of this, but my next tip would be to check by the registers for when people are making their last ditch items, like they're just getting rid of things that they don't really want. They might have left behind some good stuff, and that's already curated for you. And then also check the end caps when people are going through all of their carts. Here's my attempt at getting footage of by the register, but I didn't want to get any people in my shot. Okay, my next tip is don't pass over the furniture section. My store has a lot of furniture. It's usually all throughout the store, so like in the back of the walls, and then they have a big section by the front. I've seen a lot of great prices and a lot of great pieces. Sometimes they're even giving away furniture for like $1. this whole bin of DVDs, which actually now I wish I had grabbed a couple for a DIY. Okay, and so then my next tip is to actually stay away from the curated sections at the bins. This was a Coach purse. It said $30. I don't know if it was real or fake. I didn't have time to look. But then this was like a regular tote, just no name brand, $20. That seems kind of ridiculous to me. This was another Coach purse. Again, I didn't have time to really see if it was real or fake, but $30 feels high, even for like a normal Goodwill price. So again, we're here for bin prices, not thrift store, like boutique prices, like even higher than what you'd be paying at Goodwill. I mean, that's a nice jacket, but... And then here's some rare footage of them actually flipping over the bins because they were having an issue with their registers, so they couldn't get everyone outside. Okay, and now's the time when we actually go through everything we've collected in our cart and decide what we actually want to keep. So first up, this was an Anthropology dress that I had picked up, and I thought there must have been something wrong with it since no one else had picked it up. It was a beautiful fabric. I'm checking for stains, I'm checking for damages, I'm checking for where it's like really pilly or something is just, there's a hole, you know. I'm looking for anything that may deter me from buying it. So I'm checking for holes. Definitely check around the hot spots. Like if this is a long dress, check the bottom, check the seam, see how worn out it is, and then ding, 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 we found it. It looks like the strap was actually broken. And I wasn't super interested in this dress for myself, so I put this one back. Next up, we have this little Elizabeth and James tie-dye t-shirt, which I thought was super cute. These are the kind of things I like to pick up at the bins because it's going to be super cheap since it's really lightweight. Again, I'm checking my hot spots here. So around the collar, check the armpits on all t-shirts, please. See how worn out it looks. If there are any armpit stains, you know, put it back. It's up to you. Go along all the seams just to see if there's any holes. And then I was just checking, and I did see that there was a stain on here. I wasn't in love with the t-shirt, and I'm not sure if it would come out, so I left it. This was just a tote bag, so I was giving it a once over. It looks like it was basically brand new. These plaid pants were super cool. I just thought they were like a very Pinterest find. I think that they were actually handmade because you can kind of see the hem at the top isn't the cleanest. They had 2 zippers on each side of the waist, which I thought was really cool. And I don't know, I just really love the fabric and I thought they would look so cute, but I was really worried about how the waist would fit. So I used my little trick that I can tell whether or not it's gonna fit me, and it did seem like it was gonna be a little bit too big, and I'm not confident enough to take in something that already has 2 zippers on the side, so I did leave these, which was kind of sad now that I'm looking back at this. Okay, this is another item that I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get on this trip. It was this really beautiful orange heart sweater, but it's summer. I didn't have a place to wear this, and I don't really like holding on to things too much out of season, and I couldn't decide if I liked it or if it was tacky. So let me know if you guys think that passing over this was good or if I made a huge mistake and now it's somewhere out in the thrift world where I'll never find it again. I don't know. And I couldn't decide if it was worth doing a DIY, so here I am just kind of checking it for any stain to give me a good reason to not get it, but I don't think I had a good reason. Okay, yes, this is a little girl's shirt, and it's super popular, so don't yell at me. I was thinking about it, but it had a stain on it anyway, so I didn't end up getting it. But these are popular. They're baby doll tees, apparently, so I was willing to do it. Don't judge me. If it fits, it fits. These are just Champion straight-legged gray sweatpants, and I've been looking for sweatpants to make into some little sweat shorts, and I'll use the rest of the fabric to do something else. But here I am just checking the hot spots. Remember, check the bottom around where it might drag on the ground. I was brave enough to reach into that pocket, and then, you know, check the crotch area and everything. Make sure it looks good, and these were... Okay, yes, I look at this pattern, look at the mesh fabric. I was able to score one of these tops that are super popular right now, and it does need a little bit of DIY work, which is why I was kind of checking where this fabric was attached to. Again, I'm still checking along the seams, checking for any holes, and there was a small stain, but I'm pretty sure once I DIY this the way I'm thinking that it won't even matter and I can get rid of that. But I'm super excited. I absolutely love love the pattern, and it's just super trendy. What do you guys think? I was so excited to find this at the bins. This was a super cute little daisy embroidered dress, but I think it was going to be too short, so I did end up passing on this anyway. And then I didn't film an outro for this video, but I really hope you guys enjoyed. The next couple pieces I pass over anyway. If you have any additional tips that you would like to hear, or comments, questions, be sure to leave them down below. Follow and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much.